Okay, so it was Tom, I do believe, who put his name down to be chosen. I don't know if Kev tells you, but there was well over 5,000 entries.
Oh, wow.
And my daughter chooses them because I don't want to be persuaded. So she's 6, she's quite psychic, and she just liked your face, or whatever the picture was. And there's not many men get chosen. In fact, there's not actually many men that enter. And she can't really read very well, so I don't know, I don't know what you'd put, but... and that was it really, and that's how come you're here. So you're actually, it's quite bizarre, I kind of get a running order in my head of who you're here for. And you puzzled me, because there wasn't really anyone, there was a few people, but there wasn't anyone I thought, yes, that's it, definitive.
Yes.
And even getting ready this morning, I suppose I was probably more nervous, because even at that point I didn't really have anybody clear in my mind, because they kind of know how I like to operate. Until I got here. And we got here and I got out of the car and I parked it around the back, and in my world I struggle with what's real and what's not. And I often apologise to people, and Kev said, what are you speaking to yourself for? And I just said sorry to that man, and he said, there's nobody there. So I do struggle, and across the grass was this beautiful black Labrador. And it was everywhere, real busy, fussy fanny. And I'm saying to Kev, oh, look at that dog, isn't it lovely? And there's Kev. And they come running up to me, and I thought, oh, and he actually, as we were in between the filming, sat right there and freaked the sound guy out, because he could feel him, and because he liked his head being stroked, and I don't know if he used to sit with his head on the sofa until you stroked him, but to me I've got to be there. And he kept saying his name was Rudie. But he then didn't say his name was Rudie, he said his name was Rudie Doody. I don't know if that makes sense to you. I'm really hoping it does.
Yes, it does. Yes, it
because
does.
if it doesn't, I'm in big trouble, and he belongs to someone else.
No, that's my boy.
He is your boy, he's your baby.
Yeah.
He's your son, almost. He's the love of your life, or was. And he keeps on saying thank you for what you did. I think you had to make a decision. And it was one of the hardest decisions that you've ever had to make. And he was in a lot of pain. Either his back was funny, or his kidneys are funny, or the whole of my back end doesn't feel right, if that makes sense.
Yes, it does.
And he wasn't... Technically, he could have survived maybe a while longer, but I think it would have been at great cost to himself.
Yes.
And I think you had to make the choice to do the sacrificial thing.
Yeah.
And so it wasn't painful to him.
He always said we would know the day.
You did.
Because he would tell us.
He did. And it was his eyes. His eyes had just...
Yes, it was just
his
whole
head.
being.
Yeah,
his whole being.
just lacklustre. Couldn't move, couldn't do. He could have picked himself up for a couple more days.
No, but he was in too much pain.
He couldn't. And you had to make that choice.
Yeah.
Did you hold him?
Oh, yes.
Because he was saying he fell asleep in your arms. And he looked up at you. And you were so brave. Because he didn't want to be on his own. And it didn't hurt, he just fell asleep. He loves the whole ball thing, fetching, anything. I kind of feel if he could retrieve anything, he would. But you need to go back in time to when he was younger. But because he keeps fetching with his ball all the time. And I'm supposed to be throwing it, but I don't think he knows what to do with it when I send it forward. Because he doesn't want to necessarily fetch it back. He wants to play with it.
Remember, game over?
Yes, he was never a dog to retrieve, and he was never really play with balls.
But he likes it
like
in his own way.
But it was when we had another dog, and
he
wanted the ball.
Yes.
And then eventually he would say enough of that, and he would take the ball. Game was over.
That's it, and play off it. Yeah, that's what he's doing. But now his way to do this is ball at my feet. Can you throw it at me? It's almost like he's got his puppy stage back. Is there 2 more here with you at your house now? 2 more dogs?
And there's 2 more right here.
Of the same... They've come with you?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
He's mentioning the 2 that are with you?
Yeah.
Okay, he's with them now?
Right, okay.
So God knows what the car will be like.
Oh my. Oh my.
It's not my fault, it's a disclaimer. I'm not being bothered. Not responsible for that. He keeps saying he's with them, and I thought, my God, you've travelled quick, you've gone all the way back to Inverness. You're Superman. he just likes to make them, because they can see him, he likes to, he's something about his neck I'm supposed to get. I don't know if it was like where he used to like to be scratched a lot around here, but keeps pointing out to his neck. Have we got one boy, one girl here?
No.
Then I'm needing to acknowledge a girl one.
Okay, I'm
Don't
going
I-
to take a girl one.
You've
Oh,
had
But
yeah.
not in the present.
in spirit with him,
Yes,
then I
in
need to
spirit.
acknowledge the girl coming through. She's different. She's different to him, different personality, completely. Keeps him on his toes.
Okay.
Who's Lottie?
That's my mum.
She's with them, both. She's just walked in and when you say, tell them Lottie's here, please. It's been a long time, Margaret. Very long time. I don't know if you were quite small when she passed, but she's making me feel that it's been... I'm 45. And it's been nearly 44 years or 45 years. Nearly all my life
Yes.
that she's been gone.
Yes.
Okay, she's just said, nearly all your life I've not been here. And in fact, I've been past longer than I was actually here.
Yes.
Okay. She keeps saying thank you to you for making today happen. I need to salute you, apparently. Is it Charlotte or Charlotte? Just Lottie?
Her birth name was Charlotte.
Charlotte, okay, because I often usually just get this, but just don't call me that because...
She was always known as Lottie.
Okay, Lottie.
In fact, it's not many people know that.
Really?
Yeah, just really... The people around about that time, that's what she was known by, close friends and
That's
family.
what she's come through as. Not any other name. Lottie.
Lottie, yeah.
Not even Mum, actually. We just tell her Lottie's
Well,
here.
mum to me.
No, but no, she didn't come
Yeah.
through and say it's Mum. She came
Yeah.
through and said Lottie.
Yeah.
I'm needing to give you a medal, or there is something that you've been given a medal for that she was exceptionally, exceptionally proud of. And of course, technically she doesn't know you, didn't meet you, but you are the best thing. It's going to make him big-headed first.
Big mistake.
Suck it up, sorry. You are the best thing that's ever happened to Margaret. You,
She keeps me on her toes.
rightly too. But the medal was either for bravery or for services rendered, or, and it feels like it's from the Queen, just to say thank you for what you've done. And I have to say it the way I know the word, because it's what my daughter calls them, in a hepicopter. So I'm seeing you in a helicopter, which is in our house a hepicopter. So you have to do something on a helicopter to save people.
I've been involved with helicopters because I'm in the Coast Guard.
And that's what she's trying to show me.
I've
You
got-
save.
I've got a couple of medals from
You
the
must
Coast Guard.
have either a long-standing service medal or how you have a high percentage rate of saving people.
We rescued 147 people at
And
one
that's
time.
what she's acknowledging, and that is absolutely incredible, Tom. And it's the ones that you can't rescue that you remember the most. They're the ones that affect you. And there's probably only a couple, because I think you've got the lion's share of them. But it's the ones that you can't let go, but you just need to know that they're very thankful for the effort that you made. I don't know if you can remember the ones that have passed, but there's a real strong feeling of Scott, Stephen or Stuart. If I get one name, unfortunately, I always get the three, and I don't know if it's his last name or his first name. But one of those names has to be meaningful to him. He's acknowledging September or the 9th of the month. He was a young boy, he wasn't supposed to be where he was. It was very accidental, and you tried so hard. I don't even know at one point that you didn't even reach out to him, but it just wasn't meant to be.
Can't remember. No.
It's okay. But he's saying thank you, because you need to think that back and work it out yourself. But he's saying it's okay. You'll get there. Your mum couldn't fight what she had. It was too hard. And in those days, going back a bit, they didn't get it properly. They didn't catch it in time.
Yeah.
And for your mum, it was very private, almost, what she had and why she had it. And so she didn't think to go to the doctors and get it checked, and it was only when it was too late that it was almost diagnosed and she couldn't fight it. She didn't have the time. There was a very short space of time left before kind of announcing that she had it to actually when she got taken.
Yeah, that's true.
I need to acknowledge that the anniversary for this year still has to come. So I think there is something significant about the timing for me, so I don't know whether it's September or October, but we need to acknowledge that.
6 months.
Then she's saying it's still to come. Okay,
Yes.
it's quite odd that it should be, there's only 10 days left of this month, but she's saying it's still, I know it's next Wednesday, but she's making me feel I need to acknowledge next week. Your memory of her, you're frightened that it gets faded because it comes and goes and you have a lot of years to have the memories there, but the bits that you can remember of her, she hopes it's the best of her. She loves you so much. I need to acknowledge April as a birthday or an anniversary.
Can't think.
And it's either an anniversary or a birthday in April or the 4th of a month. I need to acknowledge July and the 27th for some reason. So I'm being given July, but that's from the dog.
The 27th of July, but the 27th of month was when Rudie passed over.
Okay, and he's giving me the 27th. And your mum is giving me the April again, and there's also either June or July that is important for birthdays or anniversaries for you.
Your birthday's April.
Okay.
March.
Oh, March. Well, it's near April.
See,
Sorry. No getting divorced now.
33 years we'd be married, I think.
This isn't grounds for divorce, you know.
I stopped counting.
No, April's important to her for some reason. April. Either the 4th of the month or the month of April. She's not letting it go. And I don't know if that's significant to perhaps at a timing when she found out she was poorly, or there was something significant going back then to her being ill, and either it being diagnosed or her knowing it was uncomfortable.
Okay, I was too young to
You were. She keeps giving me the 6. I don't know if you were 6, but there's something significant about the 6, which is the
6.
month of June, or the 6 years, or the 6 amount of people, because I'm supposed to acknowledge a 6 here in like adding up the people. So I don't know if you're 1 of 6, or the 6 is important to your mum as being 1 of 6.
I wasn't 1 of 6.
Then she's making me feel it's something a bit like the Waltons somehow, somewhere. So it's either for her in spirit with everybody that's passed across, and there's a lot of them, and I need to acknowledge either John Boy or John or the J coming through with her. Because there's a very strong J, but she's getting me to think it's John or John Boy, but the John and the Jim can be the same. There's also another Tom, but that's on your side. So it would be Thomas. Then there is a father figure that I need to acknowledge coming through, who mentions that there are 2 Toms.
Yeah,
Yes.
granddad.
Okay, but there has to, on your dad's side,
Is this passed away?
yes.
Yeah.
I hope
Right.
so, because he's
Yeah,
still behind
no,
you.
But is it basically...
No, he's passed.
Yes.
But
Yeah.
I'm also needing to acknowledge a Tom this side too, other than you.
Mm-hmm.
So there should be 3.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm named after one of them.
You are. That's what he's saying. Who had the dementia or the stroke?
My mum.
Okay. She's passed also. Then I'm needing to acknowledge her here. And that's just how she's come through with it. I don't know if she didn't have them both.
No, she just had it was a stroke she had, yeah.
She's making me feel that bits of her were falling off, and that's her words, not mine. And that it was a slow...
It took a few days, yeah.
It did, and it was... But I need to say, Tom, that it had actually started to happen before then. And that she had kind of had... Her head wasn't good at all, and there was elements of memory loss, or her feeling that...
Oh, her memory was terrible, like mine.
Who are you? Who am I? This is Margaret, and mind you remembers his birthday. It's not that bad, is it? I would say 6 weeks leading up to your mum's passing, it was getting increasingly difficult. And I think she had a genuine fear of being ill, or a genuine fear of the hospitals and the doctors, because she just didn't like them. And your mum would sooner go to the vet. So anything that she would have felt here, she wouldn't have taken it to the GP or the doctor, because she would have just thought, no, I'll get by, it's just a headache or it's a migraine. The 2 days prior to her passing, it was a bump. It was very sharp, very sudden, very quick.
Yeah, it was very quick.
It was very big, and it was impossible to heal. And essentially, your mum showed me that the stroke had either kind of caused like a lesion or a tear or even a bleed. And in fact, it was the bleed that couldn't be stunted, it couldn't be stopped. And your mum couldn't recover, she couldn't speak.
No, she didn't. No.
For your mum not to speak was really something, because she never knows when to shut up, so...
Very true, very true.
She didn't want to come back here not being able to speak. That would have been an eternal hell on earth for your mum, because she was so vibrant, so larger than life, and for her it was to take away my freedom of speech, but to take away my speech was impossible. But can she just say to you that she could hear everything? Her hearing was one of the last things to go, but she did have selective deafness, apparently it runs in the family.
Oh yes.
You've got it really bad.
She can hear the grass grow, my mum.
Yes, exactly. But occasionally, what was that? What? When she did go, there was something strange about either you not being there or you not being there on time.
I wasn't there.
How do you think that happened now? I wonder. Your mum didn't want you there. And you had been there. And then you weren't there. Then you were coming back. And she chose, right, bang in the middle. She didn't want an audience.
Yeah.
She's very private. And she didn't want you to... Oddly enough, she didn't think you were strong enough. But for a man that saves the world and flies his helicopters and dangles from bits of rope, sound like Action Man. If you call me Ken. You weren't strong enough to see your own mum go. So she chose to take that moment. And she's sorry, because I know that it left you feeling full of guilt, that you'd wished you'd stayed. But that wasn't how it was meant to be, Tom. Your mum was a very, I want to say controlling, and that sounds really bad, but she knew what she wanted, and she got what she wanted. And in death, it was never going to be any different to her life. So please stop the guilt from today. Is that a deal?
Okay.
Good lad. Your mum wasn't there for one of your medals, is that right? How many do you have? Sorry. Because that's just greedy. I don't even have one. I don't even have a cycling proficiency medal.
I've got about 5, I think.
Yes, I've got from the Royal Navy as well.
I've got from the Navy, I've got...
Is there one on a ribbon?
3
Or
on
are they
a
all
ribbon.
on ribbons?
No, 3 on a ribbon.
The ribbon ones are very important for some reason.
Because they were in my mum's cabinet.
Then they're the ones that she's remembering, the 3. The other 2 must have happened since your mum passed. That's why we've got her remembering 3. She was there in spirit for the 2. Did you meet the Queen?
No.
You will. So you must be up for a 6th. No, just plain greedy. I don't want to know when that happens.
I've been put forward for a humanitarian thing. What was it called?
The greatest curry cooker.
Yeah, that'll be it.
I don't know what it's called, but...
Because I rescued a couple of people from
the
fire.
house on fire, and he went into the house and took 2 people out.
See, I don't know his
he
name.
had a humanitarian
bravery
award.
You just help yourself, can you?
All I got was a phone call saying, I've just rescued 2 people out of a house fire. And I went, oh, can I go home?
For God's sake, don't
go.
let him out the house, I tell you.
And I thought, I'm driving home, and I said, right, where's the smoke? That's where I've got to go, because I didn't know where he was.
Your mum said that that's always been you. You think you do first and think later.
Oh yeah.
And you've always been the same. You have, in fact, I'm sure some of your colleagues from the helicopter people, it's the Coast Guard, I must stop calling them that, sometimes wouldn't have done what you've done, and to have survived some of the survivors. You do put you never put people at risk, but you think out the box, and you go that one step further. And she says you'll be sat there thinking, oh, this is so embarrassing. Because no one particularly likes praise, but praise where it's due. Especially, I think, if your mum can't give you praise, then we're kind of buggered, really. But your mum, I tell you, she's like this. Her heart's huge for you. But you were always the same. As a child, you always went that one step further, especially for her, to make sure everything was okay.
I tried.
You didn't just try, you succeeded. And if you could be given a 6th medal for being the best son, she would award you that right now. But you know that. So please don't feel ever guilty that you didn't do what you should have for your mum, because in her heart, you're just the best. Who's that?
That's
Oh,
his
that's
phone.
mine. That's a Coast Guard.
That's a Coast Guard phone in.
Do they need you?
No.
No,
How
too far
exciting we
away.
could go out and film it.
I turned that off.
Clearly you didn't, I tell you, it's just your mum signal, there's nothing wrong with that. It's just got, can people in the audience please turn their radios and mobile phones off, please? That's just your mum saying, proud of you for the Coast Guard thing, if that was who that was.
It was
Yes. It's a Coast
Do I have a
Guard.
ringtone?
John named Coast Guard.
Well, are you sure you're not needed?
It's too late now. I'm too far away.
You're 2 hours away.
Tad too far away.
Do you want me to turn it off in case he phones
No,
again?
that's fine. I think they'll know you're not in it, that somebody's needing you, they'll go and get someone else. You will meet the Queen. I don't know if that is an honour for you, but it's certainly the medal that you'll be given will be something, and it's just who you are. Do you give blood?
No, I'm frightened of needles.
Am I hearing that right? It can dangle in the air.
Still very needles.
That is so funny. She's pulling my plonk.
He doesn't like seeing his own blood.
I don't mind other people's,
Or
but
faint if he sees his own blood.
Goodness sake. I was just thinking you were going to get a good long service medal for giving blood now.
I've just had one from the Queen for the Jubilee, but I haven't met her. I mean, we just
You just got it through the post.
Well, from the Coast Guard, yeah.
Okay. Then your mum was really proud of that. Your mum must be quite royalist because it's very important that you get to meet the Queen. Apparently. So if the Queen is listening, I'd like to meet you. Do you think she's got Queen? Oh, I shouldn't say that. Stop off. I wonder if she's got Facebook. We'll put you on the Queenie's Facebook site. No OBE for me then. Your mum, she brings out the worst in me. I'm so sorry. She's such a tease. That is you though. You've got a good sense of humour, and that's what kind of sees her through. Her walking wasn't the best.
No.
Towards the end, and she missed that. I don't know if she used to dance, but I need to tell you that her legs work fine and that she's dancing. Your dad's still here.
Sorry?
Your dad is still here.
No.
He's passed then. Your dad's still here. They're both gone. And this must have been quite recently.
It depends.
Because she keeps saying more than the last 5 years.
No, less than 5 years.
Your mum did 2 years for you then, or 18 months.
No.
Because your mum had to wait a long time before dad joined her.
Yes. But
But-
my dad's been gone longer now.
But your mum keeps saying that dad's here, and I thought she meant
Should.
here. He
No,
must be here in the room.
2 years ago. Yeah.
Then it's within the 2 years to be
2
18 months, okay.
Yeah.
But your mum had to wait, I don't know, it was 30 odd years to get dad.
Probably.
'Cause she enjoyed her
something like
peace.
that.
Okay, so your mum is saying dad's here. I'm thinking she means dad's here.
Mhm.
But she doesn't, she means dad's here.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. He's proud of you too.
Thanks.
Did he ever tell you that in life? He was a harder taskmaster than your mum.
He was very quiet. He was.
I don't think he spoke unless it was necessary. And you haven't followed in his footsteps because he was not into all this bravery thing. Does that make sense? You've gone out on a limb and done that all on your own, and he's incredibly proud of you for that. I don't know if he ever told you that he loved you. I think it
Probably
was-
did, but
Birthdays and Christmases, it wasn't every day.
No.
It's really important that he tells you now how much he loves you. He certainly didn't get a chance when he passed,
no,
and that was...
I missed that as well.
Yeah, you did. And yeah, but knacker missing these things.
As long as I miss one, I'll be happy.
Yeah, exactly. Fine. I'm sure we can arrange that one. Your dad, again, the way that happened was quite... I can't say it was odd, because nothing is odd and nothing surprises me, but for your dad, that was what he wanted to. I don't feel like I can breathe properly with your dad at all. My central chest is uncomfortable and my breathing is difficult. I want to say heart and lung. I think it was a combination of the two.
It's definitely hard.
And he's making me feel that the breathing is... And he'd struggled with that for a while. I'm not sure you knew quite how long, but it had been longer than you thought.
Yeah, yeah.
Again, there's going to be no open heart surgery for me, and the breathing was getting an issue, which could be an angina problem for your dad. I need to acknowledge February, the 2nd of a month, as being important for an anniversary or a birthday for some reason. And I don't know if he has a brother or you have an uncle, but I'm needing to acknowledge him being with another man, which
Aye.
this is the side of him which feels like an uncle.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if this is William or Willie or Bill.
William's my granddad.
Then I need to acknowledge that William's just walked in too. And do we have Robert or Bob? Because they're giving me Robert and Bob, and I've got a very strong D name coming through.
Robert.
Robert. Saying it's Robert the Bruce, but I don't for one second think it can be. If it is, wow. That's something.
Robert,
Robert, or Bruce. But Robert, and he's to the side of Dad, and I kind of feel he's up and along, which could make him your dad's uncle possibly, or a grandfather figure on your dad's side. There's the 7 coming through again for them, so that has to be either 7 of them, big family. And who was the war hero, or who was the medals that we would have got in the Second World War rather than the First?
Grandad.
Was he flying, or?
No, my dad was a
then your dad's
pilot.
acknowledging.
My dad was Air Force.
Your dad is acknowledging aeroplanes to be in the Air Force. Very proud of that he was, and he has medals too. So will I please mention them? You get your fear of nothing from Dad, apart from spiders and needles. Your dad was very brave in the war, and he got some good service medal histories for that too. But the older male, who would be Grandad, has to have been in the First World War.
Yeah.
And I don't know if he would have flown like a Sopwith Camel. I don't even know what one of them is.
Don't know.
But there's an aeroplane called a Sopwith Camel apparently, and he must have flown one of those or been involved with that, because he went on some. Are you not doing your family tree? Because he said all of this you need to be writing down for your family tree.
I've done my side of
It's
the family, but I've never done his side of the family.
Maybe you should.
And I was actually just thinking that I wish I had a pen and paper to write
Well,
down.
you'll get. You can watch it. You can pause it.
Sounds like a plan.
You just said it would make great, because some of it needs to be investigated, and I'm sure if you go back to do with the Sopwith Camel and the First World War, there is some kind of mission that they went on that he was part of that's quite well known, and there wasn't many survivors came back, and he makes me feel he was one of them. So if like 300 planes went, only 10 came back, and that would be, and it sounds a bit like the Dam Busters, which I think is the Second World War, but it's that kind of Clint Eastwood and that's Indiana Jones. I'm embarrassing myself now. He makes his Indiana Jones with a whip. What's that movie?
No.
Where they all, just like Clint Eastwood in it and Richard Widmark and all the old war kind of hero movies, and there's 7 of them, and they're on a motorbike, and Clint Eastwood, something, no, that's Cowboys. I know the film I mean anyway. Yeah. It's that kind of feeling that he's making me, that he was a hero in his own world. So you actually, what he's trying to say, Paula, just shut up and get to the point, is that you're from a long line of heroes, and you are Indiana Jones.
Would the R name be Ronnie?
He gave me the R and the O. It sounded like Robert the Bruce. But I just think he's taking a mickey out of me, to be honest, because he knows I've got a stupid sense of humour. So I have a very bad habit of adding names on, so it's quite feasible that the R and the O I should have just stuck to. So yes, it can be. Did he have a chest issue?
He got kind of...
I don't know if I'm getting crushed or I'm being...
He was killed in a pit.
Okay, I'm being crushed, so that would make more sense to me than who he was, yes. And there's a Christmas feeling to this.
It was around about...
November or December.
November
okay,
time,
that's who you are. Well, you're not Robert the Bruce, clearly. That's not funny. There was a lot of them?
Yeah.
There was about 15 of them?
Yeah, 15 or 19.
Okay. They were alive for a while before they passed.
I'm honestly not 100% sure.
Okay.
I know there was an explosion.
Some of them got caught in like a little pocket, and they effectively couldn't get rescued because it had fallen, and some of them got crushed, and some of them had to took a while to pass, a couple of hours. That was a tragedy, it really was. But he's okay. Your mum says that you sometimes think she missed out on things that you've done in your life. Events in life. She's seen every single one of them, Margaret. Everyone. And you are so funny. You make her laugh so much. Where's the Canadian link?
My nephew.
You've been?
Yes.
She went with you?
Did she?
Yes. Did you have lots of pancakes?
Oh, yeah. I tried out the pancakes and how they have them there.
With the maple syrup?
Yeah, and peanut butter and jam, and doing it.
You lived their life, you did what they did, and
yeah,
your mum sat right next to you the whole time that happened. So you weren't there alone, she was with you. You didn't go? No, she said he stayed at home, he was miserable.
I was dog sitting.
But you did things probably... probably different because he wasn't with you. You probably just...
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. She went pole dancing. You just relaxed, and it was nice. Your mum was saying it was nice to see you relax. Not that you don't relax with Tom. I'm really digging a very big hole. I'm truly sorry. I made a friend, and now he's not my friend, and now I won't go. He just... I just want to make it sure for the record, this man has promised me curry when I go on tour to Inverness, so I need a camera thingy of it. Curry, okay, mine. So yeah, everybody's going to know that now. Can't get out of it. When you went to Canada, your mum was with you, and it was nice to see you with the other side of the family and just to relax, and she enjoyed that. Okay. There are some plans for you to both do something, dare I say, in your retirement. I don't know if we're coming up to that in the next 5 years.
No, not unless the lottery comes in.
Well, kinda. You will be able to do your plans. There is plans that you want to put into position and fruition, and your mum is saying that they will be yours, they will be done. And I don't know if this involves going away, but there is this view, there's the beach, there's the water, everything is very important in the view that she's showing me. Mm-hmm. And your plans will definitely be taken part, they will be taken part in, and she's very excited for that. Okay. When you do get that, you'll know, and you can look up and say thanks, Mum. Because she's trying very kind of hard to do that. Have you not been very well? You are okay now, do you know that?
Getting there.
You're difficult to make better. Because you're not a very good boy.
I don't like doctors.
No, you're a bit like your mum. I wonder what apples and trees. Yes. However, they are necessary sometimes. Do try and listen to what they say. Can I just say, I'm asking permission, I'm going to say it anyway. You sometimes don't tell the truth. Margaret, he doesn't tell you the truth.
I know that.
Okay.
I have to push him.
We know that now, okay? We are watching you, right? Don't hide things. Because the things that you could hide could get you into very big trouble. Okay? Especially you. There's no shame in it, there's no fear. Nothing's going to be bad. As long as you tell people that you've got something wrong there, okay? And now she knows.
Well, she had to dress it.
I know. I'll dress it. Is there a curry in it? We'll go Don't be afraid. Because the more you show it fear, the worse it will get. And your mum and dad are saying that you've got a long time left yet. Okay, you've got many more people to save.
Good.
But right now we need to concentrate on saving you. Okay?
Okay.
And mind your back. Does it go from front to back?
I have a little back problem sometimes, but the one that...
It's a separate issue.
Yeah. It is, isn't it? But it can exasperate it, because you don't seem to get out of one and then you get the other, and that can sometimes, because you don't like being ill. No. Because you can't. You're fit usually, and you're as fit as a fiddle normally, but this has kind of debilitated you slightly. Mm-hmm. And the problem is with you, a long list, when you get debilitated, your head goes off and you can't cope because you get frustrated, but unfortunately there is needs sometimes to just relax. And I guess the best way of relaxation for you is down that beach with that gorgeous sunset, which your mum is showing me she walks with you. In fact, if you look behind you on the beach, I'm sure you can see more than one set of footsteps. Because there's a whole group of people walking along beside you. Mm-hmm. And that is relaxation, and I guess at the moment that's what you need. So none of the heroic stuff for now. Just we've got to just be a hero to yourself, and you need to tell him.
Oh, I have been.
Good. Because she's, quite bossy. Margaret, she takes after him a lot.
Thanks, Bob.
You're welcome. What does the tattoo say? You've got 3 of them.
Doesn't say anything. No.
Just the one?
2.
2. You thinking of having another one done? I'm acknowledging 3.
If I'm brave enough.
Is it going to be in a painful place?
Oh, I haven't decided, that's the thing. I don't, oh no, it's not going to go in. Oh no. No.
Not like ankles or something. Or shoulder blades, because if it's near the bone, it's painful.
I've thought of all different sorts
of
ways.
Well, anyway, here's the deal. Your mum doesn't like tattoos.
It's okay.
But she'd like one.
Okay.
Of stars.
Okay.
She likes stars.
Right.
And Lily is important, like either Lily or
I can take the name Lily.
Roses.
Or do you mean lilies and flowers?
No, the name.
I could take the name Lily.
Who's Lily to you?
It's my dad's sister.
Who's passed?
Yes.
I need to acknowledge her. She's just given me Lily. And
Okay.
who had the breast cancer issue?
My mum.
Okay.
But I don't know about Lily. Maybe she did
Okay.
as well.
It feels like it's a, I want to say female-only cancer, but I know men can get it, but your
Yes.
mum's making me feel no, it was
Yeah.
female. When I said at the beginning that your mum's cancer was very private, she didn't want to tell me where it was, but I knew that's what she was getting at, and she's just slipped that in now just to let you know, just in case you thought it wasn't her. I think you kind of proved it is you. But it was difficult to treat. Do you worry about it for you? Because there's no need.
I think maybe
I don't know if I thought at one point it was generic.
going back in time, I really had issues with that.
She knew that.
And also the anniversary of her age.
You've
That was a traumatic time.
passed
It was a bit of a pinnacle point that.
For you to survive that.
Yes.
And you've done that and added someone to it.
And I've got at peace with that.
Yes. And you need to be at peace with the other as well.
Yeah.
Because she's fine.
Yeah.
And you're fine.
Yeah.
Decades. Wheelchair. Zimmer frame.
Oh,
material.
good. I've often wondered what I'd be like.
Oh no, crab it.
Tom!
I'll be gone.
You won't. Tattoo. Stars. That's what she likes. You don't need a very big one. I know that. Just she thinks that she deserves one. She thinks you're having a midlife crisis. That's
All
what
my
she
life.
thinks you do. Sometimes she feels responsible for that. Because she wasn't there until she got taken from you so quickly. But she hopes somehow she's guided you, along with your dad. Your dad found it difficult. He really did. But he did his best. He doesn't think his best sometimes was enough. And he's sorry. But he was angry when your mum got taken. Very. And effectively the day she died, he died too. And it was difficult. He didn't mean to be like that, Margaret. And he hopes your memories of him are not too bad.
No.
But he wasn't the best dad in the world. I don't really know what makes a good dad and what makes a bad dad. I think it's getting the mix right. He hopes he did get the balance right. Latterly, he didn't feel he did, and he's sorry for that.
That's okay.
He struggled. Your mum gave him a good telling off.
I'm sure she did.
He did. He was dreading that. He knew it was coming. He loves you very much. Your mum's just told him to stop being soppy. Just that. She's very, what's the word I'm looking for? She likes her own time with you and is very possessive of that. And he hasn't really got much time to speak, and I kind of feel it's been elbowed out the way because he had all those extra years with you that she didn't, so he doesn't really get much. So if you wonder why he's not speaking much, it's because your mum's like, this is my time. You can go. Do it like a quick hello, and I'm gone. Did he have feet problems? Or who has the feet problems?
I don't think my dad had foot problems, but I've got a brother who's having foot problems.
Foot problems. I don't know if it's like his arches or not. I don't really know much about feet except they've got toes. They feel sore and uncomfortable, and he mustn't take that lightly. But it's your dad that's just shown me that by pointing to his feet.
Yes.
And it's quite painful. So
yes, he has been told.
He needs to be. Yes, needs to get sorted.
I don't think he will.
Well, he needs to, as he could very well lose his feet probably. This is a big issue.
He's been told that.
Well, I'm telling him.
Yeah.
As is your dad. Sorry.
But he won't listen.
Sorry, your dad's just said, I don't think you are. I'm telling him. He will lose his feet if he doesn't stop what he's doing. And I don't know if it's a diabetic fault to another issue.
Diabetic.
Because your dad's just said it's
Well,
because of his diabetes.
There's a combination of
Yes. And it's up here and down there, and it's just, I hate to use this word, but he's being pig-headed. And it's his pig-headed attitude to it that's going to make him lose his feet, and then we can all turn around and say, I told you so. So your dad's just said it's a warning from me. He might listen, he might not. But just warn him that he won't look good with stumps, won't suit him. And he'll then really regret not listening to everybody. Because he thinks he can beat this and he can do it his own way.
Okay.
And on this occasion, he's wrong. Okay. We've got Rudie back again.
Hi, Rudie.
Have you had enough fun in the car? Sorry, Mum. Oops. You thinking of getting another one? Yeah, you are.
Not right now, no.
You will.
Oh, yeah, probably.
You are doggy. You're doggy people. And dogs love being with you. I'm telling you now, I'm staking my claim here, a third dog is going to come to you.
Okay.
Sooner than you think.
No.
Yes. I'm right, you're wrong.
Come on, comforts holidays then.
Because it's either a stray or a waif and stray, or you'll feel sorry for him.
He's going to bring it then. He's going to bring the dog.
You're moving out. But he's just made me feel I need to introduce a third dog. And one that you won't be prepared to have, but you will. Because he's asking you to. And you do anything when he looks at you. His puppy dog eyes. Do you still have his ashes?
Yes.
Yeah.
He's asking why.
Because they're going in her coffin.
They are. Okay. He's your baby. That's okay. But he thought you'd scatter them.
No.
Okay. He's going to have to wait years.
He's got to be on me.
He will do. Take you over that rainbow bridge. He promises, Mum. Okay? I'm going to leave you with his love.
Okay.
And that's okay to put them in the coffin, he said. Okay. But he'll be there to see you across. Okay? Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you
Thank you
very
very much.
It's been a very good experience right from the very start. She had that link in there straight away. There was, just straight in.
I mean, there's names there she couldn't have known, you know what I mean?
And she's left us with some things for us to think about, and then just go and just try and connect and do a bit of research and see if there's where we can find the link.
Yeah, I thought it was going to be more for Margaret sort of thing, and I was quite happy for, some of her family to come through. My mum, dad, my Uncle Ronnie and he's the one who got killed in the pit. But
and it was amazing with your Uncle Ronnie. They did a big newspaper spread because he predicted
that he was going to die.
He predicted the time that the pit was going to explode, and also that he was the last to be taken out of the pit.
And he was.
He dreamt his own death.
But I think she's brilliant. I'm not really a skeptic, but I come with an open mind. And I've been really pleasantly surprised, that what came through, especially the dog. I mean, there's no way she could have known my dog's name, absolutely none, because it's not anywhere.
Or even what my mum's name is, Lottie.
Yeah, Lottie. You can't research that. You know what I mean?